What is going down, Niner Empire? Welcome back to another preview video. In this video, we're gonna be talking about Week 13 NFL season. Baltimore Ravens taking on my San Francisco 49ers in Baltimore tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. This should be a primetime game as well as next week's game against the Saints, but Fox protected these games, and unfortunately, these cannot be primetime games. But this matchup right here is an anticipated matchup. Not only Ravens fans, not only Niners fans, but the whole NFL is probably waiting on watching. This is going to be a dogfight. This is going to be one of those games where it's probably going to come down to the wire, I could assume. The Ravens are a complete team. Greg Roman, one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, was with the Niners back in, I believe, Harbaugh hired him back in once Harbaugh was hired. He was with us through that Super Bowl era, through that 2012 to 2014 run we had. Really 2011 to 2014 run we had. And Greg Roman was our offensive coordinator. And if you guys do not remember, Alex Smith came down with a concussion. And obviously that ended up turning out with Kaepernick being the starting quarterback for the 49ers. And Greg Roman, now with the Baltimore Ravens, used Kaepernick in the most dangerous way he could have possible. And he did the read options. He did the quarterback draws. That offense the Baltimore Ravens has, or the offense they have, reminds me exactly of that 49ers offense we used to have from 2011 to 2014 with Kaepernick. When we could run, we were dangerous with it. When Kaepernick, obviously, he had a gunslinger. He could run. He torched the Packers defense in the playoffs, and it was no team could stop it because they didn't know if it was going, because we had the Hall of Fame running back Frank Gore, and they obviously had to keep an eye on him and stop him. But with Kaepernick, it gave us another weapon, and that's exactly what Baltimore has. Frank Gore, Mark Ingram, similar type of running backs. Kaepernick, Lamar, both mobile quarterbacks. It's like the same. And Greg Roman has the plays that, it just reminisces. Like, every time I watch the Ravens play, when they're on offense, I just think of that Niners team because of how similar that offense they have was to the Niners back then. So, but for this game, Lamar Jackson has got to be slowed down somewhat, and that starts with the defensive line. The 49ers have the best defensive line in football, and that should help in a way. But no matter who it is, Lamar Jackson will make you miss. Lamar Jackson will make what looks to be a negative play turn into a big positive play. That's just the quarterback he is. That's just the player he is. So there's got to be some type of containing him to an extent. Now, you're not going to be able to completely shut down Lamar Jackson. Cleveland Browns, in a way, what the Cleveland Browns did when they crushed the Ravens, that the 49ers need to look at that film and do exactly what the the Cleveland Browns did defensive-wise in that game. And Robert Saleh, I know he's going to have a game plan to somewhat try to but slow down Lamar Jackson. But I'm telling you, man, this team is dangerous. Their offense is very high-powered, and it starts with, obviously, MVP, soon-to-be MVP quarterback Lamar Jackson. So this is going to be a hell of a game. And not only do we need to somewhat contain Lamar Jackson with it starting with the defensive line, offensively, we have to limit turnovers. This is what I said against the Green Bay Packers. I said if we got to Aaron Rodgers and if we got to, or if we limit turnovers, if Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense limit turnovers, we could win. They did that against the Packers. That's exactly what I said they needed to do. And obviously, they came out on top big by like 29 points. So if we can somewhat get to Lamar Jackson and stop the read option plays and the high powered um, the well schemed offensive plays Greg Roman's running, we can win this football game. Now, not only that, but Garoppolo, like I said, Garoppolo in the offense has to limit turnovers. That goes for fumbles, that goes for interceptions, the whole 9 yards. We have to limit turnovers offensively, and if we can do that, I believe the 49ers can win this game. Now, it's not going, and I know that's not a lot of things to stop, or to kind of say. I know that's not a lot of things to say as for the 49ers to win this game, but those two things are so hard to do against the Ravens. They have a very great defense, and obviously their quarterback is having an MVP like season. And those two things are probably the biggest things that you need to do to beat the Ravens, and it's not easy whatsoever. The Ravens, I said all along before the season even started too, I said that the Cleveland Browns would not be as good as everybody thinks. I honestly, deep down, always thought that the Ravens before the season were going to win the division, and obviously they're going to now. But they are a complete football team. They are a Super Bowl caliber team through thick and thin. And not only is their offense good, but their defense is good as well. So we have to contain Lamar Jackson to an extent, and we need to slow that offense down. The linebackers have got. It's really about scheme with the Ravens. I mean, not necessarily, but in a way, it's about scheme. They run plays that are so faked well. They've got a flawless offense. And for us to be able to stop that, it's got to start with the defensive line and putting pressure on Lamar Jackson. Now, when obviously you're going to put pressure on Lamar Jackson, he's going to scramble. That's when Fred Warner, guys like Al Shazier, Dre Greenlaw, that's where guys like them, like those guys come in and help out. So we got to get to Lamar Jackson. I believe the injury report for tomorrow. I believe Joe Staley's questionable. Matt Breida is questionable. D Ford's out. And there might be a few more. I do know Ahkello Witherspoon's back starting right corner, so that's going to help. So if we can get to Lamar Jackson and we can limit turnovers offensively, I think that's what is going to be the main factor in beating this Baltimore Ravens team. Now, not only that, it's really just the run game. When it comes down to it, the Ravens have a phenomenal run game. And it's going to take a lot for this Niners defense to stay energized and to be able to stop Lamar Jackson, but they're capable of doing it. And I think that it's going to be a hell of a game. I'm not going to say who I think is going to win this football game. I really do believe the 49ers have a really good chance at winning. I mean, this game's 50-50. A lot of people are giving the slight edge to the Baltimore Ravens because it's in Baltimore and because they're so hot offensively. But a lot of people are forgetting how good the Niners defense is. A lot of people are forgetting how good the defensive line is. A lot of people are forgetting how consistent the defensive line gets to you. So this is going to be a dogfight of a game. And for the Ravens, I mean, good luck. It's going to be a dogfight. Shout out to Engraven Vids if you're watching this. He's a Ravens fan. I know he's going to be watching this game. It's going to be a hell of a game. It will be. But one thing I do know, if we can somehow contain that run game they have and contain. And a lot of people are sleeping on Lamar's pass game as well, and you can't do that because Lamar can pass the ball as well. But it's more about stopping him on the run game, how he can scramble, he can make guys miss. We got to get to Lamar Jackson. We got to tackle him, and we got to, in somewhat way, slow that run game down. And if we can do that, I believe the 49ers will win this football game. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for the late upload on this preview video. Better late than never. I had stuff going on. I've been working all Black Friday. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, go Niners. I'll be back tomorrow with a post-game video. Yeah. Go Niners. It's going to be a dogfight. And, got to contain Lamar Jackson. Follow me on Twitter at NinerJTV. I'll be tweeting throughout the game. Peace out, guys. Go Niners.